Welcome everyone, my name is Nexzou, and in today's video, I'm bringing you guys everything you need to know about Call of Duty Black Ops 7. We're also going to be touching base on a little bit of zombies and the future of Warzone as well. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on everything. Call of Duty has released a lot of updates and news the last couple of weeks, and we're going to go over everything coming to Black Ops 7 and what I think about it. Also, real quick, in this gameplay, guys, that you are seeing on screen, we have the night mode version of Resurgence, and I'm using the Merrick, the 8 attachment Merrick, and the X52 Resonator, and I dropped 48 kills and the win, of course. So while I'm yapping and pulling pictures up on screen, you will see this in the background, and I hope you do enjoy the gameplay. So Call of Duty released a tweet that says the biggest year in Black Ops history starts with BO7 launch, and it's just the beginning. Season 1 will be our most massive season yet. W. The reason this is a W, guys, is because the road maps in Call of Duty have been typically and generally pretty small, meaning, you know, they've only released like 2 maps, they've only released 2 new guns. There's not a lot of content usually in these road maps. Hey, baby. And so what's really awesome about that is that we're just getting a ton of content. As you guys can see in the first line, 18 multiplayer maps and 2 zombie experiences on November 14th, which is the release. That right there in itself is incredible. I mean, there have been Call of Duties in the past that have been released with like 6 multiplayer maps, 8 multiplayer maps, 10 multiplayer maps. We're getting 18 at launch. That's incredible. Incredible. Huge W. And to speak on the maps itself, from what I've seen in the trailers and what I played in the beta, the maps are incredible. Incredible. I mean, the most important thing that we've needed in these maps is not that they need to be 3 lanes. It's not that they need to remove the height discrepancies. We need vibrant and colorful maps. Too many times in recent years have we loaded into a map and it's just been a lot of browns, a lot of grays, blacks, whites, neutral, you know, respectfully, ugly colors. And in these maps that I've played and seen, they are vibrant, colorful, they're popping, the colors are popping at you. There's reds, greens, light blues, you know, yellows, teals, everything in between. And the maps look incredible. They also play incredible as well. I think the maps are a W. Like I said, there's 18 maps here. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So Nuketown 2025 is also being released on November 20th. That is 1 week after the release of the game. As you guys can see, it says coming to season 1. And they are literally releasing 7 new maps in season 1. So not only are we getting 18 at launch, we're getting 7 as the season, as season 1 progresses. Incredible. We're getting Fate, Utopia, Nuketown, Odyssey, Standoff, Meltdown, and Yakai. Incredible, guys, is we are getting Express, Hijacked, Raid, Standoff, and Meltdown. These are all Black Ops 2 maps, some of the best Black Ops 2 maps, and I think it's absolutely awesome. They showed a little bit of some snippets of it, and the maps look updated. They look incredible. They look colorful. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think Call of Duty knocked the maps out of the ballpark for Black Ops 7. I think they play well and they look well, and I'm very, very excited to test all the other maps. Looking forward to it. We are getting 3 zombies maps in season 1. Guys, I don't play zombies. I don't even feel like I'm even in a place to speak about zombies because I just don't have the experience. From what I've heard from people that play zombies, they've said it's incredible and they're really looking forward to it. So I will take their word for it. And I think zombies is going to be awesome for people that want to play it. I really do. I mean, Treyarch always does a good job with zombies, is from what I've heard. Looking at the Vault Edition here, guys, my biggest takeaway is simply the fact that I don't see any cartoon, you know, weird stuff going on the Vault Edition here. One of my biggest critiques of Call of Duty was that I felt like, and they even acknowledged this, I felt like they were getting away from their baseline, like they were getting away from what they're best at, you know, doing all these little cartoon stuff, kind of entering that Fortnite vibe territory. And I don't see any of that here. I see futuristic characters and weapons, and I just think this looks awesome. I really do. I mean, I would rock all these characters. It looks great. But the camos coming to the game, guys, are gonna be incredible. I mean, absolutely incredible. So the camos got released of, you know, Call of Duty showing every single mastery camo, and you want your weapons to look amazing on the gun, especially if you're working for the camos. Like, you don't want to do these hours and hours and hours of grinding for camos and be like, oh, this mastery camo is kind of mid. No, dude, everything from the gold all the way to the highest mastery level camo, like the singularity or whatever, is incredible. Like, the gold camo looks incredible. I mean, I really feel like they had a legitimate team sit down and design these camos. I am really excited to see the rest of the camos that get released on this game. I mean, I think they did a phenomenal job, and I will be going for camos this year. So we're gonna be rocking all these on my weapons, and I'm very excited for it. The animations, the colors, the detail, the camos look amazing. All right, guys, to get into a little bit of the nitty gritty here, we're gonna be talking about the anti-cheat in Call of Duty because, you know, respectfully, for the last couple of years, it's been arguably the biggest issue within Call of Duty. And now listen, I do want to say I'm not a software engineer, and I'm not gonna ever speak like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to anti-cheat. I don't. And with the utmost respect to Call of Duty, it's probably extremely difficult. And I think even us as players are a little too harsh on Call of Duty at times, because we just frankly don't know what it's like to deal with cheaters. I mean, if you are a developer of an anti-cheat in a game and you've got thousands of cheating companies, I don't think it's fair for us to speak on like how we'd combat that, because it's probably pretty difficult. Now, with that being said, they still needed to at least up and make it better. They needed to improve. They absolutely did. And ladies and gentlemen, they did just that. I played the beta every single day. And I didn't run into one cheater. I'm not even kidding you. You can ask everybody I played with. I played with a lot of friends, and you can ask all my friends. I didn't run into one cheater. And according to the results from Call of Duty Black Ops 7 itself, nearly 99%, I believe they said it was 98, of matches were cheater-free by the end of the beta. And the median time to identify cheaters reduced to just under 3 matches. That is massive. Also, what I won't show on screen, guys, because I don't want to give any of these cheating companies a platform, not that I'm a massive creator, but nonetheless, I don't want to give any of them a platform. A bunch of people have posted Discord screenshots of these cheating companies, multiple of them, literally saying like, all right, it sucks. We're cooked. We don't know what to do. Our cheating software sucks. And a bunch of players that had the cheats were typing in those chats saying my account got banned within a minute. My account got banned the first game. Look, Call of Duty stepped up their game big time in the anti-cheat department. It's probably the biggest W in all of what I'm talking about today, and I'm very happy to hear that. And the results look incredible. We should be very positive. Now, guys, this doesn't mean we're not going to get cheaters. There's always going to be cheaters in games, guys. It's impossible to block every cheater. But I think we're going to see a significant drop. I mean, massive drop in cheaters. And I'm very happy about that. Okay, so a huge update in the matchmaking and lobby update, guys. As you guys know, one of the things that has been kind of a argumentative topic in Call of Duty is the skill-based matchmaking. And Call of Duty came out and said, we know the biggest question on everyone's mind coming out of the beta is how will matchmaking work in Black Ops 7? At launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Simply put, imagine the matchmaking experience of open mosh pit from the beta, but as the standard in Black Ops 7 on day one. Our team feels strongly about providing players with a more varied experience, and the beta proved to be a great opportunity to test this approach. We'll be sharing more details as we get closer to launch. So what they're saying basically is that in the beta, they released a open mosh pit for players to test, where it literally did not take into consideration skill, or if it did, it was very minimal. So it's pretty much removing skill-based matchmaking, SBMM. And I played it, guys, and there's a massive difference. There was a massive difference. I would say like 85% of the matches I played were very easy. And the other 15, there was, you know, a couple good players, this, that, and the third, whatever. But it was incredible. It got phenomenal feedback from the fans and the players. And Call of Duty is coming out with a massive W and saying that they are going to be leaving that as the default for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Yes. You want skill-based matchmaking and you want to play against your skill level, you play ranked play. It's as simple as that. I'm so happy that Call of Duty has finally separated the two. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you, Call of Duty. Massive W. Persistent lobbies. We've heard the community discussion and dialogue around lobby disbanding, and as we mentioned earlier in the beta, we're focused on keeping players together from match to match more often. Today, we're excited to announce we'll have persistent lobbies at launch for BO7. We're committed to improving the experience for players, and we'll be sharing more details soon. Another big W. So Call of Duty has stepped it up massive in the matchmaking department, and I'm really looking forward to playing multiplayer, guys. I really am. And with that being said, guys, Call of Duty tweeted yesterday, we've got some big updates to multiplayer coming out of the Black Ops 7 beta in our latest dev talk, ADS and dexterity changes. So dexterity was required in the beta in order to be able to slide and aim, dive and aim, and all the wall jump and aim and all that. They removed that. W. Aim assist adjustments. They're actually lowering the strength of aim assist to make it a little more fair for keyboard and mouse players, which is, I think, a W. Aim assist is definitely too strong in Call of Duty, guys, but don't get your hopes up, guys. It's going to still be pretty easy to shoot in Call of Duty, but they are definitely going to reduce the strength, which I think is awesome. Louder footsteps, W. The beta did have quiet footsteps, I will say, so louder footsteps I think is awesome. New slide tuning, so they said that they adjusted this, they slowed down a little bit the speed of the sliding, which I think is great. That's fine as long as it's not too slow. We won't know till the release. I think that's awesome. Perk distribution updates, new perk combinations. So they swapped around perks and which slots they go in and where they can go and what they do, and I think that's incredible. And faster mantle speed, which we all love. Everybody hates dying when you're mantling a wall, so I think it's awesome, and I'm very, very excited for that. And they also said more to come. So guys, the biggest takeaway that we can get from all this news on BO7 is that Call of Duty is listening to the players, and that's incredible. I think they've kind of strayed from that, and you know, I can't speak on to why or what happened, but they are finally listening to the players. The maps are incredible. The guns felt incredible. The game felt like an arcade game. Like, I know there's people out there that say Call of Duty is this war game, Call of Duty is supposed to be realistic. It's not. It's Call of Duty. It's supposed to feel like an arcade style game where you're running around and you're bouncing around and doing all that. And that's what Call of Duty is. They crushed it with the maps. They crushed it with the camos, the weapons, all of the content they're gonna bring throughout the year, bringing back old weapons, old maps, new everything. The movement feels amazing. The game felt so smooth. I think the anti-cheats is massively upgraded. The list goes on, guys. Black Ops 7 is gonna be an absolute vibe. As for Warzone, guys, to touch on it real quick, I don't have too much information. I'm very excited to play the new map, Outer Haven, I believe it's called. And I really am looking forward to that. I hope Call of Duty, in regards to Resurgence, and even Battle Royale, brings new maps as frequently as they can. Warzone is still going to be Warzone, and I think it's going to be amazing. And I am really looking forward to it. You know, they even said they're making adjustments to Rebirth Island, which I think is needed, especially because we've just been playing it for the last like 8 months, it feels like. You know, but I'm excited to play the new map of Resurgence. I hope they continue to bring content. Like, if they brought back Fondel and Fortune's Keep and Ashika Island and all these other maps, I think that'd be incredible, or even just new maps. The one kind of downfall that I was a little bit disappointed in, but I'm sure will get adjusted, was that they said in 2026 they're releasing a new Battle Royale map and bringing back something along the lines of like a Blackout, you know, version to the game, which I think is a huge W. I just hate that it's in late or like April of 2026. So not too much Warzone content, guys, to talk about, because, you know, what I talked about in BO7 will be applied to Warzone in regards to the guns and the movement and this and that. But, you know, I just hope they keep up with consistent maps and new things in Warzone. Warzone needs consistent updates as much as multiplayer, and I just hope that we get that. So, yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is definitely a different style of video. I'm yapping, bro. I need to drink some water. I'm yapping. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know your thoughts on BO7. I read every single comment, and I want to know what you guys think. And definitely subscribe to the channel, man. But yeah, lots of amazing things. Overall, you know, the last thing I'll say is I just think Black Ops 7 and everything that comes with it and in Warzone is going to be an amazing year of Call of Duty. Absolutely. Guys, thanks for tuning in, man. We'll see you in the next one. I'll see you guys on the flip side.